Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. So normally I never start my vlogs at nighttime. I always try to start them in the morning, but I had a really busy day today and I was like, you know what? I'll just start the vlog when I get to my layover. So like I said, I had a really busy day today. We had 3 flights, but everything was on time. There was no delays. It was perfect. We got to keep the plane all day. So we went from Philadelphia to West Palm Beach, Florida, and then we went from Palm Beach back to Philadelphia. And then our third and final flight of the day was from Philadelphia to Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina, which is where I am currently at. Today is also a really good day because it is the first day that I am officially working under our new flight attendant contract. Now, you guys, this is huge. This has been 5 years in the making. I am just so thrilled that we finally have an updated and new contract. I'll talk to you guys more about it when I sit down to eat my food because I need to shower and eat and start winding down, but I will talk to you guys about it, I promise. Here is a quick little glance of the room. Definitely a nice, comfortable room for the next 13 hours. I think that's how long our layover is tonight. I know it was short. It was around 13-ish hours. And then here is the bathroom. I like having all of this counter space. It's super nice. And we have this nice big mirror. And you guys, since it is October, I do get to wear my breast cancer awareness scarf for the month of October. I love getting to wear the little pop of pink. I am really hungry though. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna change and then eat and then I will shower and start getting ready for bed. Thankfully, it's only 6:02 p.m. right now, so it's not late at all, which is really nice. Although we have an early pickup tomorrow. I think it's like 6:30 a.m., maybe 6 a.m. around there. I tried really hard to meal prep for this trip and I think I did a good job, but you guys, I have to get my lunchbox fixed because look at this. The zipper on the side is broken and I posted about it on Instagram. Wow, that sun is going down and it's like blinding me. But anyway, I got a lot of really good recommendations for new lunch boxes on Instagram. I will post a screenshot of the recommendations that I got. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and take my lunchbox somewhere to get it repaired first, just because, oh my gosh, I love this little lunchbox. We have just been through it together. I have taken this thing with me on seriously every single one of my flight attendant trips, like ever. But anyway, I do need to get this food and my stuff in the fridge. So I did take a little clip this morning of everything that I meal prepped. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in right now. So for my trip, I did do some meal prepping. I brought these Greek yogurts with me. These are awesome because they have 20 grams of protein. I am also bringing some of these Alani Nu minis to drink in the mornings. I also love to have fruit to either put in my yogurt or to just have. So today I'm bringing blueberries and strawberries. In here I have broccoli stuffed grilled chicken and mashed potatoes, and then my other full meal is actually a burrito bowl from Chipotle. Okay, perfect. All of that fits in the hotel fridge nicely. Maybe, oh no, it's not closing. Maybe if I move this up here. There we go. Woo! I just warmed up my leftover Chipotle in the microwave downstairs, and oh my gosh, you guys, my mouth is like watering. I am so hungry. Oh my goodness, so I was eating and I was about to start talking to you guys and the fire alarm is now going off. So I guess I need to leave. Okay, I am back in my room now. There was no fire, thank goodness, just a false alarm. So I'm going to shower and finally get into bed. All right, so I thought I would bud into the video right here and just talk to you guys a little bit about my updated flight attendant contract. Now, obviously my airline does have a social media policy, so I can't talk about everything online, but there are just some general highlights that I'm excited about with this new contract that I wanted to just briefly mention. Now, is this contract perfect? No, there are some things that I do wish were different, but overall, I do think that it is better than what we had previously. So with that said, I am excited about it. And I do believe that the changes that were made in this contract are a step in the right direction for flight attendants and the airline industry as a whole. There are a lot of airlines that either have been or are currently in contract negotiations. It's not just mine. But in September, my union and my airline did come to an agreement after 4 or 5 years of negotiations on the next contract. And once they came to that agreement, they basically gave that tentative agreement to all of the flight attendants to read through, and then we were able to vote yes or no on it. And as a work group, the majority of flight attendants voted yes. The biggest change to this contract was a pay increase. And honestly, this was huge because we desperately needed this, especially considering the inflation that we are experiencing in the United States. Along with that increase, for the first time ever, we are also going to be paid for boarding, which is incredible, but here's the kicker. We are going to be paid half of our hourly rate for boarding. So obviously, of course, I wish that we were paid our full rate for boarding, but at least we're getting half, and it is a step, it is a baby step in the right direction. It's something we have never had before, and so yeah, that is obviously huge. However, I am not being paid for boarding quite yet. That specific part of the contract is going to take, I believe, up to 6 months to implement, and that is because of tech reasons and updating the tech so that it can change the hours and the pay or whatnot for all 27,000 flight attendants. So obviously, I wish we were being paid for boarding immediately, but it's coming. There are some new work rules that I don't think I can necessarily go into online, but I do think they are an improvement from our previous contract. Another huge win for us as flight attendants was we did secure a retroactive paycheck, and essentially what that means is it's a bonus paycheck that we're going to get in the month of November, and what it does is it takes certain percentages from 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024, and we receive a certain percentage of our income from those years to help with the cost of inflation and to make up for this time that we did not have a contract. And this was huge for us to secure because when our pilots went through their negotiations, they also got it. So we were like, you know what, if they're gonna get it, we want it too. There were also some changes to reserve. For example, one that I am not particularly happy about is for our brand new hires. They will be subject to up to 2 years of straight reserves. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that they will be on reserve. It just means that you could be on straight reserve for 2 years, depending on your seniority and your base, if you can't hold off reserve, yada, yada, yada. However, with that said, there have been some pretty significant changes to reserve that I do think are better than what our current reserve system is, and even what our reserve system was when I first began as a flight attendant. So like I said, was this contract perfect? No. Was it going to please all 27,000 flight attendants? No. But I do think for the most part that it is better than what we had before, and I am just excited that we finally have something in place. Let's get back to my layover. Good morning, everybody. It is currently 5:32 a.m. Do you guys like my new background photo of Luna? She's in the leaves. She looks so cute. Oh, speaking of Luna, I got her a new toy the other day, a Halloween themed toy, and she loved it. So last night after I took a shower, also very random, but for the ladies who are watching my channel, I got some new makeup products from Estee Lauder, and I had never wanted to buy them because they're so expensive, but let me tell you, these products are worth the money. They are so good. My makeup stayed on fresh all day yesterday, even after working 3 flights. I'm using the Estee Lauder Futurist Aqua Brilliance. This is the primer, so you put this on before your makeup and it helps it stay. And then as my new foundation, I have the Estee Lauder Double Wear. And then I went into Ulta and I asked them to color match me because I didn't want to spend that much money and buy the wrong shade. So that really helps, so make sure that you do that. And then I also got their concealer in the a shade 1 lighter. It's Estee Lauder Double Wear. It's their concealer, and I got this in 1N Light Neutral, and then this one is 1N2, so very close in shade. Oh, as I was saying, so last night after I took a shower, I just read and then went to sleep. I am back to reading the Zodiac Academy series. So I took a little break from it to read a book called Phantasma. This is one of my book of the month picks, and let me tell you, this book was really good. Honestly, it's perfect for spooky season because it's about this girl named Ophelia Ophelia, she has to enter this contest called Phantasma to find her sister, because her sister entered the contest, but you can die in this contest. So she's trying to go there and like get her sister back. But the contest is held within a haunted house, and there's ghosts. And then in order to win the contest, you have to pass each level of challenges. So there's all of these different challenges and other contestants, and then there's this ghost named Blackwell who becomes the love interest with Ophelia, and it was really good. Don't get me wrong, like it was very gory, which I wasn't expecting. It was very gory, very bloody. I would consider it horror fantasy with a dash of romance. I wish it was a little bit heftier on the romance, but the romance that we did get was really good. The only thing that would have made this book better for me is if it was written in first person dual point of view. So if we had Ophelia and Blackwell's perspective in first person as opposed to third person. I just personally really struggle to connect with characters in books when it's written in third person. The only, and I seriously mean the only book series that I have ever like really connected to the characters in that's written in third person is Throne of Glass. I will take zero criticism on Throne of Glass, as well as A Court of Silver Flames in the ACOTAR series that was written in third person, which is weird because the rest of the series is written in first person. Don't know why the last book was written in third person, but whatever. Okay, but you guys, last night I had some weird dreams. I don't remember them now that I'm awake, but I've been having the weirdest dreams. Oh my gosh, like the other day, I had a dream that I was at a gym, like a random gym, and then I was looking in the mirror and I thought I had makeup in my eye, but it turns out it was a spider, and I pulled a spider out of my eye. Like, isn't that so weird? And then I saw something else in my eye, and so I pulled it out and I pulled a centipede out of my eye in my dream. And so I asked ChatGPT what that meant, like to interpret my dream for me. Looking in a mirror can symbolize self-reflection or self-examination. You might be assessing aspects of your identity or facing something about yourself. And then eye issues. Having something in your eye could represent a concern or problem that you're struggling to see clearly. It might suggest feelings of being overwhelmed or having difficulty with perception in your waking life. I do feel like I am very overwhelmed right now. Spider and centipede. Both creatures can represent different fears or anxieties. A spider might symbolize something that you find creepy or threatening, while a centipede could relate to things of being overwhelmed or invaded by multiple worries. The fact you pulled them out suggests a desire to confront and remove these issues. Okay. Anyway, I am needing to hurry up and finish getting ready because I am just yapping away. So I'm gonna finish my makeup and I'll catch up with you guys in just a minute. Today is day 2 of my 3-day trip, and I'm pretty sure I remember what we are doing, if I can speak correctly, but let me look at my phone just to be sure. So today we have 2 flights. We are going from Raleigh-Durham back to Philadelphia, and then we go from Philadelphia to Austin, Texas, and that is where we will be laying over tonight, is in Austin. The flight from Philly to Dallas is usually about 3.5 hours, so I'm guessing the flight to Austin will be about 4 hours, maybe 4 hours and 15 minutes, because it's going to be a little bit longer than it would be going to DFW, but it should be a really good day. It is currently 6:05 a.m. I need to be downstairs in 10 minutes, so this is perfect timing. I'm going to just finish picking up my room, and then we can go to the airport and get our day started. Welcome to sunny Austin, Texas. It has been a while since I have been here. The weather is definitely very different here than it is in Pennsylvania right now. Actually, I can tell you exactly what the weather is. Give me 1 second to look it up on my phone. Currently in Austin, Texas, it is 91 degrees Fahrenheit. And then in Philadelphia, it is 75 and cloudy, which actually isn't too bad. It's actually been kind of colder than that this last week-ish. So I specifically bid for this trip because I knew my sister was going to be here in Austin, Texas. My sister Alicia is actually here performing. If you didn't know, my younger sister Alicia is a dancer, and she's actually performing one of her solo pieces at the Small Plates Choreography Festival here in Austin, Texas. So that is why I specifically bid for this trip, was because I knew she would be here and I wanted to support her and watch her dance. So I'm actually gonna grab my stuff, quickly get out of here so we can go meet up with Alicia for a late lunch. And that's just something that is so cool about my job, is is when things like this happen and I can just make everything align so I can see my family and attend events and yada yada yada. Like it's really cool. I didn't realize this though. The hotel that Alicia is staying in is 25 minutes away from where I'm at, so we're gonna find a place to meet up for lunch. I'm gonna take an Uber there and then we can get this afternoon started. Sorry, there's like construction going on around me, so if you hear a bunch of buzzing, that's what that is. But lunch with my sister was great. She had to leave so that way she could go to the tech rehearsal and make sure that everything is ready with all of the dancers tonight. But since it's like a 25-minute Uber back to my hotel from this area, I think I'm just gonna stay here and hang out and walk around so I can check out this area. I think it was last year, my sister and I actually did like a trip here to Austin, Texas. However, we did not see this area that we're in at all. So I'm excited to check out somewhere new. The area that I'm in right now too is very cute. It's very quaint. There's a lot of really good restaurants and walking areas. Also, this whole area is very dog friendly too. Because it is so hot outside, I was craving something cold and sweet, so I went and I got an ice cream. I got just plain vanilla. Maybe I'm boring, but that flavor just sounded really good to me today. Just a small scoop of vanilla ice cream. Whenever I'm traveling, ice cream or gelato is one of my favorite things to get while I'm out. I don't know why, there's just something so fun about like sitting outdoors, eating your ice cream, listening to the music, and just kind of taking it all in. Good morning, everybody. I just finished getting ready for work. Last night I got to watch my sister perform. It was amazing. She did incredible, like brought tears to my eyes. I just love watching her do what she loves. There's something about just watching your sibling do something that they are passionate about that just, I don't know, oh my gosh, I just love my sister so much. Anyway, it was awesome, but it was getting kind of late, and leading up to the halftime intermission, I started to get a headache, and I really think it was just from a bit of dehydration and lack of sleep. She had already performed at that point, so, and she wasn't doing any other dances, so I was like, I'm sorry, but I really think I just need to not watch the rest of the show, the other dancers, and just go back to my hotel room. I immediately took a shower, took some Tylenol, and went to bed because I knew I had another really early morning. Right now it is 6:23 a.m. I got up at 5:30 a.m. and I think yesterday I was just really tired from having to wake up early a few days in a row. I have the lid of the toilet down, and that's what I'm sitting on to talk to you guys, and every time I move it creaks a little, so if you guys hear that noise, that's what that is. But actually a few weeks ago I had what I think was a migraine for the first time ever. It was just this really, really bad headache that was like in the front of my head, and I was really sensitive to light, and it just, I don't know, it was just pretty awful. And I didn't know this, but my uncle actually gets pretty severe migraines. So the next time I feel a headache like that coming on, I'm definitely gonna go see a doctor. And this didn't feel like that last night, but I was scared that it would if I kept pushing myself. If you have migraines or really bad headaches, if you have any recommendations or suggestions to help me, please put them in the comment section below, because I would love to look at some natural remedies or just solutions other than immediately jumping to medication. But anyway, with all of that said, I do need to head downstairs because we have just one flight home today. Thankfully, I love that on go home day where you just have one flight to get back, and that is from Austin to Philadelphia. So let's go out and have a great day. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're having a great day, and if you're not, it's okay. Take a deep breath. It'll all be better tomorrow. Yay, I just got in my car and now I can get ready to head home. That was a great trip because every flight was on time. We love that. No delays. Everything went exactly to plan. But on my way home, I think I'm going to listen to the audiobook on Book of the Month. I either listen to my audiobooks on either Book of the Month or Audible. And right now I'm currently listening to one called Sleep Tight. This book is a horror thriller and it's about a serial killer and the sole survivor who may be able to stop the killer's new spree. And I'm about, I would say like maybe 10 to 15% of the way through, and it is really good so far. And what's really funny is there is a character in the story named Julia. So I always laugh when there's a character in a book that also has my name, because I feel like my name, it's not that it's uncommon, but it's not a super common name either. But anyway, I'm going to get that loaded up and drive home.